Well, welcome to Abu Dhabi and the biggest ever IDEX show. We're going to be looking at the debate on manned versus unmanned, or MUM. It certainly wasn't mum's the word when it came to the UAE's rapidly growing edge conglomerate with its vast array of products on display covering air, land and sea. A highlight here is the Unmanned Combat Air Vehicle, or UCAV, Janaya, which means ghost in Arabic. First unveiled at IDEX 2 years ago, this latest variant used infrared imaging to detect and track targets and lasers for guiding precision munitions. The main talking point here is whether Janaya could take up a role as the loyal wingman for the fleet of Dassault Rafales, which begin operations with the UAE Air Force next year. IDEX wasn't just about the UAE. The event has grown into a truly international event where defence industry from around the world comes together to show their wares. Indeed, a global stage for defence innovation and collaboration. Manufacturers from China, Russia, UK, Ukraine, Germany, India, Israel and the USA were among the 41 nations attending. All here meeting military delegations and government officials seeking new ideas and partnerships.
Well, first of all, it's great to be here at IDEX. This is a truly global event and it's a great opportunity for us to make connections with all the stakeholders, our customers and other stakeholders in the value stream. We find that these are great events just to continue conversations around partnerships and come up with ideas for new ones. And of course, our partnership with Tawazun has been essential to what we've done here in the UAE in terms of trying to help to create that indigenous capability.
There was speculation that rival Airbus is also talking about work share in the region if the A400M military transporter is selected for the UAE Air Force. It's also a firm contender for Saudi Arabia's heavy lift requirement. Now, it's not often that offset deals make headlines on their own, but an agreement signed between the UAE, Raytheon and engine manufacturer Pratt & Whitney fell into that category. A 30-year deal will see UAE's MRO provider Sanad operating a new facility for up to 350 Pratt & Whitney geared turbofans a year as part of an offset program.
So this deal will bring a all-encompassing brand new MRO facility to the UAE local area, creating a significant amount of jobs while enabling us to meet the demands of the GTF engine program over the next 20 to 30 years. This is the first time we've done a deal with offset involved between Pratt and Raytheon, really bringing together the power of the RTX brand, and that enables us to tap into the Tawazun Council investment and kickstart this program faster than we would do normally.
Robotics were everywhere, with AI being the buzzword of most displays. Even grabbing a nice cup of tea on the go from L3 Harris has a certain uncrewed feel about it. So this is IDEX, and it really... So as you can see, even our man's best friend can be unmanned. This is Boston Dynamics Spot, the robot dog that can sniff out leaks in nuclear power stations. Its capabilities extend even further. It can identify explosives and work alongside special forces to check out buildings, opening doors and climbing stairs, and even dropping smoke bombs on command. It's previously, though, never been tested on microphones. Well, I guess while dogs need training, so too do the crews that will be behind the growth of the unmanned air vehicles. Those who thought this might be a threat to the training industry, think again, says training provider CAE.
Military readiness is all about training, whether you have an unmanned platform or a manned platform. In a manned platform, we train a pilot, and if you look at the evolution of manned training, more and more we're moving towards from basic flight to mission operation. And if you look at unmanned platform, it is fundamentally around mission training. Yes, we have to train the basics of operating the unmanned platform, but if you look at what unmanned platform provides is a series of sensors which has eyes, ears, and multiple spectrum sensors that provides lots of information around the mission. And we need to train these operators on operating a mission.
Another market sector that says it has nothing to fear from unmanned is the special mission aircraft manufacturers.
So I think when we look about special mission aircraft in the market today, manned versus unmanned, there is absolutely still a role for the manned platform. Lots of the technology that's evolving nowadays to allow the unmanned mission to take place is still relevant in the manned platform. I think as we see future needs and capabilities coming to the market, there will be a teaming between manned and unmanned platforms. And we may also see some developments like optionally manned aircraft. You know, something like a Global or a Challenger could operate in both the manned and the unmanned capability set if that was required.
The conversations around AI, unmanned and collaboration will certainly continue next year when the world's defence businesses head for Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where the World Defence Show opens its doors on February the 8th to the 12th, 2026.
Well, I think it's an ongoing debate, and you know that and a lot of AI sort of tie in together. But yeah, I think it's becoming a big topic. We can see how it's coming out in the defence of the lands that we're seeing in the current conflicts of today. But I think for us at the World Defence Show, we've got an ideal location to showcase those. I don't think you'll go to another show where you'll be able to see as many unmanned systems. So we've got a specific zone around the unmanned system zone where you'll see things you won't see at any other shows, and they'll be flying live.
Land Defence played a key part of IDEX, BAE Systems during the crowds on the opening day, when its amphibious combat vehicle made its international debut. In service with the US Marine Corps, the ACV brings together open ocean, amphibious capability and mobility for the most challenging land terrain. AI has been at the fore. Mars, providing AI-enhanced security and surveillance, announced it successfully reached the handover stage for its NIDAR protection system at two major naval bases in the Middle East, providing end-to-end defence against emerging threats.
NIDAR is a multi-domain command and control tool, or system of systems, that allows us to integrate any manufacturer or type of sensor and effector into a common situation awareness picture, from the underwater to the surface and to the air domains, creating a single situational awareness image that the team, the operations team, the security teams can see everything that's going on around them in real time and decide between cooperative and non-cooperative threats and targets or blue force, and decide which of those is posing a threat to the asset that they're trying to protect, and gives them instant access and decision-making support onto what effector to use against that threat.
IDEX is co-located with NAVDEX, which featured fleets from 8 nations and a packed marina hall with exhibitors ranging from engine makers to counter uncrewed aerial systems, or drones to you and me. The ships themselves provided a spectacular display as they sailed as a flotilla through the Abu Dhabi waterway to the Adnec Marina on the eve of the event. Now, the latest addition to the UAE Navy, the offshore patrol vessel Altaf, was formally commissioned at the show, while the latest addition to India's Coast Guard fleet, the 105-metre Samarth class advanced OPV, was drawing a lot of attention with sails from Goa shipyard going to Mauritius and Sri Lanka. Alongside the ships, helicopters were on display. There was a focus here on firefighting capabilities. The UAE is growing upwards, with Dubai already claiming the world's tallest tower and the second tallest launched there this week. That's alongside many other skyscrapers, but unsurprisingly, there's been concern about how to tackle fires at such heights. Russian Helicopters believes its tried and tested Ka-32 offers a solution with the capability to extinguish fires even in dense urban areas thanks to its coaxial rotor system. That faces competition from the firefighting Black Hawk UH-60L of the UAE's Joint Aviation Command, which has been evaluating the Dart Aerospace Sky Cannon system for 2 years. So the really interesting thing about the Ka-32 is that it can operate in conditions of minus 30 degrees. More interesting for this region perhaps is that it can draw seawater to douse the flames. Well, that's the end of IDEX for us this year. It's been a really busy show. I tell you what I really need. It's a nice relaxing cruise. I hope you filmed the mic.